as you open the doors, there are a set of stairs lead downward into a room which is glowing with green and purple iridescent light.
Charming place for him.
And the Eldritch Lily had a purple glow to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like a magic of the delirium. But the green. Maybe that's the maybe that's like the moss or the mold.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. What?
Who's first?
Okay then, let's go home.
I'll go first. Only to make sure that, you know, if there's anything we need to look at, make sure you guys take a look at it first.
Yeah, we've had bad luck with that today.
Yeah.
Unless it's a yellow lily, because I
Especially
have
blue.
I don't know why, but I'm like, I really want one.
Now you want one?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
You head down the stairs, and the walls here are plastered with gold-colored and painted plaster that were probably made in the past 50, like less than 30 years ago when this was constructed. You can see, so in many places the plaster has flaked away, revealing the weathered bricks below. It's kind of like a stucco. It's an arched and vaulted ceiling overhead with frescoes painted in the ceiling of saints and angels. You come down to a dome-like circular chamber, and in the center of this chamber is a large fountain, the center of which is another statue of Queen Lenore. Again, like all the others, the face has been carved away, almost slashed away, like deep, thick reds. This statue of Lenore is roughly 12 feet tall, and she has an urn of water that is pouring out into the pool that surrounds the statue, and then surrounding the pool itself are a large manner of offerings. There are piles of glittering golden coins, bits of artwork and tapestries, statues and silverware, some manner of broken blades and bits of armor and shields, some of which are tied up within the skeletal remains of those who still cling to those belongings. Around the pool that Lenore is pouring water into float 3 eldritch globes floating in the water. The pool itself is covered with, it also has many coins and small gemstones inside. And as the light of this room is being cast by the eldritch lilies, the purple light is coming from the lilies because they're in darkness. And like delirium does, in darkness, it glows.
Cyklisterna rasket och
The light of this
skriker ut som
room
att
comes from 3 green circular globes, which are set into the 4 opposite sides of the circle in this room. Opposite the entranceway, there is a large inscription on the wall, which is the dedication, once again, from King Ulrich. And then on either sides are 2 gates made of the trellised wrought iron that behind them are short hallways that end in double doors.
I don't know if I particularly trust going after these lilies.
There's something about disturbing the water that makes me uneasy. Like, I feel like there's a stillness here, and that any sort of imbalance upsets the stillness.
While you guys are talking about the lilies, I'm actually approaching the offerings, and I'm kind of like looking through the gold and jewels and gems, trying to see if there's anything of high value.
There's several other bits of going through the offerings. You can see bits and pieces scattered amongst them of almost like charred and petrified bits and chunks of person. bits that have kind of mixed in. And again, things are raw in Grottenheim, so that this corpse is almost charred to the point of being petrified. It's very strange. But assembled here is there's a lot of stuff here. There's dozens of small gemstones. There are, in fact, as you go through it, there are small bits of delirium as well. About 12 delirium crystals in all. Some of them are in the water as well. And several piles of glittering gold and gems.
Guys, we have a lot of delirium here that we can take.
We should check out those other rooms first,
Okay.
and then we should plan. My thought is, being in this weird world, maybe we can like set up an ambush and kind of like disturb the water when we're ready to disturb the water. Be like ready to attack something. Because I have a feeling that just like the lady that came out of the water, Gertrude, I feel like there's some connection with like.
I can also always mage hand one of the lilies.
Yeah. Yeah, the chance to. But I think we should check out some of the doors first, just to make sure that it works.
I'm still eyeing up these gems.
I'm gonna go towards one of the doors and put my.
The one to the west or east? To the east. As you head down this hallway, you can see that there are thick tracks of mud that going through the gate and then through the doors.
And the doors, are they just like
I don't like this touch
Another pair
button.
of oaken
The steering
doors.
wheel.
and are they closed?
They are.
I wanna listen against the door.
Is some
Or like to these my companions.
open it?
I pick up one of the gems and start admiring it.
This is like Aladdin.
I know. I'm very aware.
One of the delirium gems.
No, just one of the gems. Sebastian likes
Yeah.
getting paid, and he's not a religious person, so he doesn't think leaving stuff for people is worth it. He's like, well, this is just free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's not superstitious, religious, or anything like that. He's just like, somebody left all this stuff here.
Probably for a reason, Sebastian.
Yeah, for you to find.
Yeah.
I like creating.
There are several
treasure
bits
traps.
of jade and jet, a few pearls and garnets, at least half a dozen gemstones, probably each worth about 100 gold pieces.
The one that I've already picked one up.
Yeah, you pick up a piece of jet that is probably worth about 100 gold pieces. It's a small gemstone.
Pocket that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, if that didn't cause anything,
Oh.
you're my guinea pig.
I did that one a little bit cautiously. Like I was just like, and I like looked up at the statue. And I'm just like,
I want to pick up any delirium pieces that we have not in the fountain.
Okay. How long do you want to spend collecting treasure?
10 minutes?
I was gonna say 5.
5 minutes? A solid 5 minute timeline.
You can all roll a d6.
6.
4.
2.
Okay. After a few minutes of picking up treasure, the door to the east begins creaking open.
You went to the one to the west.
No, I went to the east.
I thought you said you didn't hear anything. You heard that, right?
I heard that now.
Shh, everybody quiet.
The door opens up. It opens, and you see Gertrude is there. And there are 2 other women with her, all of them with the same pallid flesh. The opening the door behind them is a room that is also awash with color and light. And you can see a room beyond that look like there are trees, more lilies, and large mushrooms growing inside. And Gertrude and the other 2 women step forward and they say, and Gertrude says, "You've come. Did you bring the lily for the lady?"
I finish shoving the handful of treasure into my pocket. We've come. Where is this lady you speak of? Is she in that room behind you?
They point to the opposite room. She's in her chamber. You may not see her. You may leave the lily in the pool as an offering to her. She will come and collect it when it is her time to do so.
We lost the lily.
They look very remorseful and they say, "Oh no, the queen will, the lady, she will be so disappointed."
I mean, she has just as many lilies as she had before. I don't see why she'd be disappointed. Did you already tell her that we...
All the lilies of the park are hers.
Well, it's still...
She wants every one.
That's a little greedy. What if somebody else would like some?
They are not for others. They are just for the lady.
By the way, as I'm saying this, I like occasionally will look up at them, but I'm like trying to keep my gaze away from looking into their eyes.
Okay. Now that you've successfully shunned her charms, seems like she might be trying to use it against you again, but you automatically resist it.
As soon as I realize that, I now stare her in the eyes. Yeah.
Use your goggles.
Guys, what do?
I say we go in and find this mistress.
They said that we're not allowed to see her. Like, are they gonna attack us?
Okay, we're gonna leave now, and then I'm gonna start to walk towards the door.
How much delirium did I pick up on the ground?
You picked up at least 10 shards, yeah.
Cool. We can discuss gold later.
Yeah.
So we all start, as you start like moving towards the
Yeah,
door,
well, it's
we all
time
start,
to
but
leave
I'm like
'cause we
keeping
don't have
my
any
eyes on
lilies.
them, like I'm just moving towards the
And
door.
as you move towards this, where are you going? What are you doing?
I mean, we're leaving.
You're leaving.
Yeah, is there a problem?
Are you going to leave the things that you've taken?
We didn't take anything.
Make a deception check.
I say convincingly. 25.
They say, "Fine, then go. It's rude not to leave an offering for the lady."
I take a single gold out of whatever it is that I've taken from the treasure, and I flip it back towards the offerings.
They nod, and they depart back for the other room.
I think it's rude that this lady isn't coming to greet her guests that come to see her.
Well, if they're going into the other room, we can just like
Yeah.
quietly go to the west.
As long as they leave.
Yeah. So they go back to the east.
Dude,
Group huddle.
Let's just steal a bunch of stuff and run.
Like, there's three lilies there. We don't even need to mess with this.
Let's
I'm
just
so
grab,
curious.
let's just grab
Who's
the
the
lilies
lady?
and run.
I want to know.
I need to know if this lady was the one who destroyed the statues. That's unacceptable.
Still in the huddle.
I can mage hand those lilies.
Game plan is, I think game plan is getting lilies. But if you guys really want to meet this lady,
We can get so many more lilies, though, probably. Probably.
There's 3 here.
How many do you think we'll need long run?
we can have 4 lilies. And no lady.
Alright.
But it's a group huddle.
Fine. We'll
What do you
get
guys-
the lilies and we'll go, but if we need more, at least we know where to go.
I know
find
that's
them.
the smart idea. I'm also like I'm like staring at the door to the west. I'm like, what's behind that door? What's behind the door?
And I snapped at my senses. I'm like, no. Let's get the lilies and get out of here.
Fine. So I cast Mage Hand and I'm like, you guys ready?
Let's do this.
So toss one to me.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm like, okay, get ready. I'm gonna toss you a lily. I'm gonna scoop it out of the water. You guys ready to attack anything that moves?
So I take out my bow and I ready it just in case.
And I'm gonna have
Bodyguard style.
a cloth ready to catch the first.
Actually, maybe pull out your sword. I'm really nervous. I'll just. Or do you want me to
Well,
toss?
because I can start to bag them.
Okay, sure. And I scoop the first lily out of the water.
Do my bodyguard stance.
You pull the lily up out of the water, and the western door begins to open.
Yes.
Put it back! I toss it to you.
Monster hunter.
Oh, you know what? I don't like it. Okay.
Do you hold the lily or do you drop it?
We came for lilies. I get the hand to toss the lily to Pluto.
Okay. The door opens, and you hear a raspy voice say, "Are you champions? Have you come to bring me a flower?"
Yes.
Where are my handmaids?
Not that.
Gertrude said she is feeling peckish.
There is a woman in the door. She is clad in a black mourning dress with frills of deep green, and she has a solid black mourning veil covering her face completely. The dress is immaculate. It looks like the dress alone, it is made of this black velvet or silk that almost seems to move of its own accord. The value of this dress alone could be thousands. All you can see is that around her neck, coming down to it's the dress, the mourning dress is just a little bit revealing, and you can see around her neck is a multi-jeweled golden gilded necklace with 11 massive emeralds in it.
Do I know this necklace?
Yeah. This was Queen Laura's necklace.
I just point
In
to it.
fact, you recognize it because some of the statues were wearing it.
I'll point to her and say, where did you get that?
She raised her hand in front of her face, almost like she's gasping, and she said, "It's mine."
That's not yours. I know whose that is. Who are you?
I am the lady. This is my grotto. This is my necklace, and those are my flowers. And as she steps forward, you can see behind her, as the door opens further, she's almost silhouetted by the purple glow of what must be hundreds of eldritch lilies in the moon behind her. It is a massive underground kind of greenhouse in the room behind her, and there is almost like sunlight is coming into the room, creating this underground greenhouse that is filled with just eldritch lilies.
I call out to her and I say, if you're who you say you are, what is my name?
She looks back at you and says, "I don't have to answer to you at all." And then she turns around and says, "Quiet now, my turtle doves. Your mother's talking." And she looks back and she says, "You insult me and you forget your place."
I don't forget my place. The person who belongs to that necklace, or the necklace belongs to them, would never say that to me.
Just how dare you accuse me? This is my necklace.
Hey, give it back.
What are the two of you doing? As this exchange occurs, what did Pluto and Sebastian do?
I'm like slowly lifting the second lily out of the water with my
And I'm already
finger.
putting the first one in the bag, and I'm just.
Okay.
I'm like looking in awe, I'm like, but then behind me, this like hand is just scooping the lily out slowly.
And as you do, the woman's gaze, which you can barely, like, you just see her head tilt, and she points at the two of you and she says,
Hand stops.
"You men, champions, Guardians, apprehend this gutter snipe. She insults me. Kill her.
At once.
And I'm gonna grab Veo.
Play dead.
Ah!
I grab Veo, and I want to spin you around and push you towards the pool. And I whisper in you, grab another lily.
We'll drown you, cat.
Cool. Make a deception check, Sebastian.
It's gonna drown me. I hate the water.
23.
She claps her hands together and she says, "Come now, children, watch what happens to those who defy us. Yes, drown the mangy cat. Drown it.
And I like
Veo, I'm so sorry, Veo. And I push you into the water.
And I'm like, guys!
Grab a lily.
Grab it.
Like, reach my hand out, grab it, and I shove it in Pluto's face.
Oh, she's fighting back. She's a feisty one. And then I push your head under water.
Veo, are you trying to keep the lily safe or are you just throwing it in his face?
I am just tossing it. I'm mad at this. I'm like, take the freaking lily.
You throw the lily at Pluto, make an attack roll.
And this will be the first time since.
Hunter? Oh. 20.
You throw the Eldritch Lily in Pluto's face and it breaks apart in his head, in his face. And there's a puff of haze and delirium. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Pretty good for shoving my head underwater.
I got a 10.
Okay, you choke. You choke momentarily, and the lady sees the flower which lies in ruins on the floor, and she says, "No, what are my flowers? What have you done?"
Oh, that horrible cat.
We're gonna execute her outside, and I grab you and I pull you out of the water.
And she says, and she points back at you and says, "No. You're fools. You're incompetent fools.
As a bonus action.
You can't harm my plants. My flowers, I need them."
How many does it take? I want to use. I'm going to use some sorcery points to recover a 3rd level spell slot, which I believe requires all of my sorcery points.
As this begins to escalate, she screams out and she reaches for her veil and she pulls it aside, revealing a mass of tangled, snapping vines that end in snapping, snake-like mouths. Her skin is cracked and turning purple, as you can see that there are bits of delirium embedded into her flesh, almost looking like scales coming back up her neck. Veo, a terrible thing has happened to Queen Laura.
It is
And that's where we're going to end with.
Ah, the queen! No! My lady!
And over it.
And see.
I'm so sorry I pushed you into the pool. I was really trying to sell it.
I'm like, and like when it exploded in your face, I'm just like dunking her head. I'm like, what was that?
I'm just frazzled. Like, have you ever seen a cat, like, when you put them underwater? They're
like,
so angry. I'm just like, oh, my whiskers are all like, I'm not a happy camper. My queen, I said something happened to her, I'm getting drowned by my friends.
You had one job, and that was to grab the Eldritch Lily, and you ruined the lily. You choked Pluto.
There's 100 of them behind her. There's
I
more.
was planning to escape with these 3. Now I feel like we need more. Tune in next week.
Indeed.
That's so funny.
That does wrap it up for this evening. Big thank you to all of you for watching us tonight, and of course to Veo, aka Jill, Sebastian, aka Kelly, and Pluto, aka Joe, for playing with us tonight.
If you are enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
Kelly and I post new videos every Thursday on the Dungeon Dudes YouTube channel, where we cover everything Dungeons & Dragons, including advice for Dungeon Masters and guides for new players. You'll find prior episodes on from this campaign available for your viewing pleasure there as well. Those episodes drop every Friday.
Tonight's game session music was again brought by Tabletop Audio, and I think we've been playing around with some new playlists, so hope you enjoy.
We may have had some issues tonight with that, but
that's okay.
Look forward to it coming up. And the narration in the introduction was performed by 100 Years Bore. Thank you so much. Such a nice voice.
Oh, beautiful.
And our game accessories were generously provided by Axe and Shield. If you haven't checked out Axe and Shield's website, what are you doing? After you're done here, you go to his website and check out his stuff. It's great.
It's literally a new tab. Just open a new tab and you can do it.
And of course, tonight's terrain was a hodgepodge of stuff from Dwarven Forge, the Terra Tiles, as well as our miniatures by Hero Forge and WizKids.
Beautiful.
Amazing setups.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
good
that's
with the gardens.
really cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Thank you all so much for watching. That wraps us up for tonight, and we will see you next week in the Dungeons of Drakkenheim. This is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game with the Dungeon Dudes. That's me, your Dungeon Master, Monty Martin.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Sebastian Crow, the half-elf shadow sorcerer. And we're joined today by our good friends...
Jill Benitis playing Bayo Senya, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Pluto Jackson, the Human Battle Master.
Thank you so much for joining us again. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, Kelly and I post new videos every Thursday on our YouTube channel, where we cover everything Dungeons & Dragons, including advice for Dungeon Masters and awesome guides for players on all the classes in Dungeons & Dragons, spells, cool abilities, and more. You'll also find all of our prior episodes of the Dungeons of Drakkenheim campaign for your viewing pleasure there as well. Just a little bit of a shout out right now before we jump in. This is our last episode of Dungeons of Drakkenheim for 2018. We will be taking a break for the holidays, and Dungeons of Drakkenheim will be returning on January 14th, 2019. This is a Monday night, which the show will air for 2 Mondays in the first part of the new year, simply because I have some work things in the way that are preventing us from playing on our regular scheduled Tuesday nights. So just so that everyone knows, the first 2 weeks in January, when we come back on January 14th, and the following week on January 21st, we will be playing on Mondays, not Tuesdays, and then after that, we'll be back to our regular scheduled Tuesday night show for the rest of, hopefully,
Forever.
the campaign.
Infinity.
Fantastic. And with that, let's return to the ruins.
Drakkenheim is no more. Struck by a falling star, the city bathed in eldritch fire on that woeful eve. The tumultuous aftermath brought chaos, families torn asunder, and a kingdom shattered. 15 years later, monsters stalk the haunted streets of Drakkenheim. Caught amidst rival factions struggling to rule the rubble, 3 unlikely partners venture forth into the crumbling city in search of riches, renown, and revenge.
Welcome back to the ruins. When last we left our heroes, they had ventured deep into the inner city of Drakkenheim, their destination, Queen's Park Garden, after one of the elusive eldritch lilies said to grow there. Sent by their associate with the Amethyst Academy, River, to collect the lilies so that they may be brewed into some sort of concoction by their earlier contact, Oscar Yoren, the mage who dwells on the edge of Drakkenheim. Venturing deep into this old garden dedicated to the old queens of Drakenheim, our heroes encountered strange creatures, women twisted by the magics inside the city, and strange murderous gnomes who tried to kick them in the head.
Successfully.
Yeah, successfully.
One was successful.
And out of a tree.
They managed to find a single Eldritch Lily, though the creature that they encountered, a handmaiden that lived in the castle that Veo recognized by the name of Gertrude, said that a mysterious creature known only as the Lady desired to own all the Eldritch Lilies. The Lady had taken over the grotto dedicated to the old queen of Drakenheim, Lenore, and so our heroes ventured forth to this grotto within the garden. After battling their way in past some swampy drudges defending the outskirts of the grotto, they encountered Gertrude once again, who warned them to leave an offering before leaving the site forever. But instead, they continued because they found several more lilies in the underground grotto. As they were beginning to gather these lilies up, a set of doors opened up, and a figure stepped forth, clad in a black mourning gown and wearing the emerald amulet of Queen Lenore. As our party tried to talk their way out of the situation by attempting to drown Veo in the water,
It's a very
There was real
complicated
drowning.
deceive move.
they aroused the ire of the lady when Veo threw an Eldritch Lily in Pluto's face, destroying the plant.
I was being drowned.
Lightly.
Intended
You were
to be
lightly being drowned. Okay?
You're being drowned a little bit.
Cats
Yeah.
don't like water.
At the sight of one of her lilies being destroyed, the lady, the figure, ripped away her veil that concealed her face, revealing a face that Veo recognized, but one twisted by strange magics. The figure resembles that of Queen Lenore, the fair and stately woman that once ruled Drakenheim alongside King Ulrich. But she has been changed by strange forces, her skin cracked and breaking, and her hair transformed into these strange, wispy cables that end in snapping maws. As she turns and her rage aroused, and all of you screaming out, first to kill Veo, ordering Sebastian and Pluto to do so.
We didn't.
She screams out, "You shall not destroy my lilies! I'll have your lives!" She cries out. What will you do?
I kind of ate one of the lilies. And I have Veo. I almost picture like I'm holding by the scruff of like your.
We're still holding her, I guess, and
As you freeze, looking up at her, she's torn the veil away. You can see her cracked skin is almost like scales. And suddenly, a strange light begins to emanate from within her throat, nostrils, and eyes. It has the same green pallor as the light that's emanating from the rest of the area, and as it emanates from her this strange radiant energy, you can see in the room beyond where the lilies are, all the lilies turn towards, almost facing the light like sunflowers following the sun. And the lily that was cracked on the ground in front of you almost begins to rouse and waken, as if drinking in this light is rousing it. On the other hand, this light that's emanating, you feel it rippling through the air, and it might might not be pleasant for this to touch your skin, this light. You have one round to tell me what you're going to do, and then we're going to roll for initiative.
who has ideas? This is
Looking at, we've dealt with melty face ladies, but this is like melty face boss. And Pluto can sense that we're caught off guard. I kind of want want to throw Veo towards the doorway. In the nicest way.
Like you pick her out of the pond?
Yeah.
I need to know what you're going to do. You don't have enough time to discuss.
I'm going to carry Veo towards the door.
The exit?
Yeah, the exit, the entrance exit.
Okay.
And with my other free hand, I'm going to be pushing Sebastian.
Okay, Sebastian, what are you going to do?
I guess I'm also moving towards the door. We have enough Eldritch Lilies, I think. So yeah, this seems a little daunting at the moment, and also I don't really want to kill the queen. So as Pluto shoves me, I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. And I start heading towards the door. Do I have time to actually take an action?
We'll be rolling for initiative when you actually move.
Okay.
Veo?
So you're pushing me? Or are you happy?
I kind of pull you out of the water.
Okay.
Because I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we've overstayed our welcome. Oh, time to go. Whoops, sorry.
And like, if you're pushing me like towards the exit, I'm yelling at her just like, my queen would never hurt me. And I'm just like getting a bit riled up here because like, I don't think she's my queen, because the queen, like, I knew her and she was gentle and kind and she knew me, and this person doesn't know me. So I'm feisty, but I'm not against you pushing me towards the exit. I'm just not moving there per se of my own will.
Okay.
You're like,
With
I'm
that,
pulling you back. You're like,
we shall roll for initiative.
pull me back. The poker face. Oh, crap.
That's not that bad.
Veo?
11.
11 for Veo?
21.
Mine was an oh crap. It was 5.
5.
Big old 5.
I rolled 1, but I have 6 initiative.
Okay, yeah, you're fine then. My streak continues. A little time off. Didn't keep the dice from staying cold.
Okay, this figure, who we can only call by Queen Lenore, since that seems to be who she resembles, she walks forward down the hallway. Let's see our map. Yep, she's standing at the double doorways at the end of the hallway, about 35 feet away from you. There's a grate between you and her that is still closed. You haven't opened it up yet. Sebastian, you're in the first act. She's walking towards you. This green light just flickering at the edge of your face, and as you kind of turn to leave, you can see almost that even the bars of the cage in front of it are warping under this light, like they're starting to degrade and chip away rapidly.
That's normal?
No. So Sebastian is going to kind of run to this side of the door and push himself against the wall.
Okay.
And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out an aqua delirium. And he looks down at it and he's like, I have no idea what's in this thing, but here it goes. And he knocks
Okay.
it back.
Alrighty. Roll a d4. Or, sorry, a d3.
That is 1.
Alright, you regain 2 levels worth of spells.
I will give myself a 2nd level spell slot back.
Okay, and please note that you have now drank 1 vial of this. If you drink another, it will be pretty bad.
Noted.
As you knock back the potion, you feel it head down your... As it heads down your esophagus, you can feel like this surge of arcane energy shoot through your blood veins. And all of a sudden, the two of you see his eyes glow a bright purple, and you can see his blood veins all through his neck and into his hands and in his face begin to almost bulge out, but they're glowing purple underneath his skin as his metabolism is drinking this thing in. For a moment, you almost turn pale, your lips almost like a blue-black. It almost looks like someone who is suffering from hypothermia after as he drinks this potion down, but he's standing there with this potion in his body, in his system. Sebastian, it feels lovely.
It's good. It's like a warm bath, but inside.
Okay, would you like to do anything else?
She got him. Oh god.
I am going to also use a bonus action just to transfer some first level spell slot into some sorcery points.
Okay.
And that's it for my turn.
Alrighty.
So can I see what's happening to the door as well?
Yes, you can see it's for a moment it looks like it's melting away and cracking and then turning and almost transitioning from metal into just dust.
So I see this happen, and I also turn and see Sebastian having his hypothermia moment, and I'm just like, this be crazy. And I start to just like kind of hustle towards the door a little bit. So I want to get inside like the doorway.
Okay.
And I want to ready an action, because I feel like now that the queen's happening, her minions might come back on the other side. So I just want to ready my longbow for anything that I see come by.
Okay. Queen Lenore, she steps forward a few feet. And she says, yes, run, leave my flowers. Have you taken any of the flowers though with you?
There were 3 in the pool.
Okay.
So we have 2 of them other than the crumpled up one that was thrown at Pluto.
Seeing this, she says, give them back, bring me my lilies, give them back. And she begins walking forward. She's about halfway towards the gate. Pluto, it's your turn. You can see her down the hallway, and this light begins to wash over you. If you wish, you may now choose to avert your gaze.
I do that.
Okay. Averting your eyes, you feel it against your skin. It's like the heat of a blistering summer day, and even where though you avert your eyes from it, you can feel almost your skin boiling inside your armor, like there's blisters cropping up underneath of it, and I still need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
The helmet!
Ow! Like cooking yourself in an oven.
Pluto, come on.
What you got?
9?
9? Okay.
Those rolls, man.
You gotta test the dice.
You didn't get any new dice.
You take 10 points of radiant damage. Zap. And you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Ow.
So you shove us forward and then you don't Cool. That's a great sound.
Pluto, you're up. Yeah, what are you going to do with this turn?
I'm cooking in my armor.
You're cooking inside your armor. And it's not like fire, it's like pure radiance, and it's almost like intense radiation is emanating from her gaze.
I'm going to, looking away from her, I'm looking away and I'm going to run, because I saw Sebastian, his eyes went crazy too.
Tripping out.
And yeah, I'm now worried that he's affected.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to run and grab Sebastian and book it towards the door.
Alrighty. You run and you grab him. Sebastian, are you going to resist being grabbed?
Yes.
Okay. You two can make opposed strength checks.
You're coming. Oh, you're just so confident in my low rolls.
It's strength.
15.
6.
You're coming,
So
bud.
you grab him and pull him with you.
Come on, Sebastian. And then,
I had a plan.
and I'm gonna start carrying him towards the doorway, and then, is it my action to grab him?
Yes.
Then, how can I make it my whole movement, even with him? Am I strong enough?
You can pull him the rest of your movement, yes.
Okay, groovy.
Yeah.
I want to move a total of as many as I can. And I'm just kind of like, you're trying to fight it, but I'm just pushing you
Yeah,
along.
I'm fighting you back and I'm like reaching over your shoulder. I'm like, wait, I had an idea.
This is
Never
just like
mind.
the cube.
Never mind.
No, go. It's
Okay.
burning. It hurts. It burns.
Anything else, Pluto?
You know what? We're not going to chance it. I'm going to action surge and I'm going to dash.
Okay, you're gonna dash up
And
the
we're
stairs.
gone.
Okay.
You don't have a
Still
choice.
carrying me, or are you
Yeah.
just okay?
You're gone. You're gone, bud. We're going up the stairs. Up.
Okay.
Like 2 at a time.
You rush up the stairs with him. I'm gonna have you make another strength check to pull him up the stairs. Opposed by Sebastian. If Sebastian wants to stay in the room.
I got a a 7.
15.
Okay, you pull him half your speed up the stairs.
And I want to dash so I get normal movement, basically.
Okay. If you're pulling Sebastian up the stairs, it's gonna be you're dashing. So you've already used 30 feet of your movement. You can move another 15 feet up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. We go to the top of the round with Sebastian. Are you within 30 feet of?
I'm not.
You are not. Okay,
No.
so he's pulled you out of her range. Okay, so the light
You're
is
welcome.
emanating from her. And as it catches into the middle of the room and oscillates off of the lake in the fountain in the middle, it bounces all the way around the room. If you were wondering what was providing the light source to the greenhouse where all the eldritch lilies are growing, this was certainly it. And even in your packs, the lilies are you can almost feel them like rustling, like they're trying to move towards the light that's emanating from her.
Creepy, creepy, creepy.
Sebastian, what will you do?
Are we leaving?
I am.
Okay.
And I own you now.
I didn't say I was leaving.
So you're going with me.
Are you still holding on to me?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'm spending my turn trying to break out of Pluto's grasp.
Okay.
Like fighting back like a child, and I'm just like trying to carry you up the stairs.
And an 18.
Uh-oh. Oh, another 15.
You break out of his grasp.
Okay. I'm gonna run back into the room, and I don't wanna go too close, but what I want to do is the light kind of like shining out
Yes.
from this?
Yes.
I want to pull the mirror out of my thieves' tools kit,
Okay.
and I want to try to like shine the light back at her, like averting my eyes, but I just kind of want to hold the mirror out.
Interesting. Okay.
Actually, could I mage hand hold the mirror and move the mage hand in?
Yes, but you'll need your action to cast Mage Hand.
Right, and I just use my action.
Yeah, to break out.
I don't have enough sorcery points to click. Okay. I just fight off Pluto and move back to the door. And
Okay.
stay there.
Behind the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Vale.
What's 30 feet out?
We've got one of the measuring sticks right over there if you need to see.
Right there? Okay. I'm going to use my feline agility so I can move a little bit further. I'm going to move, I guess, to the edge of the door so I can see her way
Okay.
over here. Yep. And I'm going to take my longbow out and I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike
Okay.
as my bonus
Well,
action.
I'm turning off the stream now, so thank you for watching. I'm gonna play some War Thunder tonight. Yesterday I didn't play anything, or I was playing War Thunder, but didn't start the stream. So hopefully I will do it tonight.